Hey there again, guys. Welcome to another garden devotional on Light to My Path Outdoors. Today we're here at one of our few billion cucumber plants that we've got going around here. We're just going to talk about the different stages of a plant. Not the plant in general, but the producing stages of a plant. It's not really a tip or anything, just talking a minute. Here you have the leaf and all that attached to the main stalk. But with cucumbers, and a lot of other things like them, squash, watermelons, and pumpkins and such, they're what I call runners. And they will run across your garden and grab a hold of things like this fence and climb up. These runners will go in all directions and just carry the plant everywhere. This right here is one of those runners. This is one of the first signs that your plant is doing really, really good. If you can't see that, I'm sorry. I'll put my hand behind it. Maybe you can see it better. There it is. Just a little old green tendril to come out. They will wrap around fence. They will do everything, but they run and search for other places to go. After those run and get to go in a little while, of course, we'll have one of these. This is the cucumber bloom. Like on any other flower, it is a bloom. Pretty. It don't really have a smell. Maybe a little cucumberish, but not much. This is where all the action takes place. This is where it's fertilized to produce fruit, to make the cucumber grow on there through bees, through wind, whatever way you can transfer pollen from one place to another. It goes here in this bloom. Next stage after the bloom is we have this. It actually still has a bloom on the end of it. Behind the bloom, between the bloom and the stem, oh, looky there, little bitty baby cucumber. Starting to get a little more mature. It's getting closer and closer to the final product and what it's meant to be. Search around here a little more. And we come to this. What we've been waiting on, the actual cucumber. These are a pickling type, so they're a little smaller. This is about full size that you want it to get. Any bigger and it can get bitter. But now these are really, really good. Right here, fresh out of the garden. So right there, just from runner up, we got 4 stages of the cucumber being made, growing. We got the runner. We got the bloom, or the bloom. We got the little bitty teeny tiny baby cucumber, which will grow and grow and grow, and eventually it comes to this, which is what it's supposed to be. What it was designed to be, the reason you put the seed in the ground, this is why you did it. Now I go through all that to get to this on our devotional side. When we accept Christ into our lives, and He is in our heart, immediately, along with Him, comes His Spirit, the Holy Spirit. With that Holy Spirit, immediately, comes the fruits of the Spirit, the fruit of the Spirit. It is the fruit. It is all there at once. We can go to Galatians 5 and 22, and it tells us what all comes with the fruit of the Spirit. Yep, I'm sitting in the middle of the garden, getting ready to eat cucumber. Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Those come into our life and are a part of us when the Holy Spirit comes into our life, which is when we accept Christ. And you may be hearing those things, and you may have read this and thought about it yourself. I have Christ in my life, but long-suffering, which is patience, I'm not real good on patience. How about gentleness? I get mad a lot and I take it out on others. Faith, well, I have my doubts. And joy, not always joyful. Meekness, sometimes I get think I'm a little higher of myself than what I am. So does that mean that I don't have Christ because I don't have these things in my life? No. You have those things in your life. But remember, they are fruit of the Spirit. I didn't put a seed into the ground and get this cucumber immediately. I put a seed into the ground. I got this plant. I got these runners. Eventually, I got this bloom. Then I started seeing the fruit, but it was small, still growing, and then I got the final product. The fruit of the Spirit, all these things: love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. When you accept Christ, they are in you, then and there. But like fruit, this cucumber, they may take time to develop. So whether you've been a Christian for 3 days, or 3 years, or 30 years, don't be discouraged because these things don't seem to come easy. They are in you. They are in you along with the Holy Spirit. And they just may take time to develop. How do we develop them? Different ways. What's the first thing a seed has to do before it turns into this? It has to bust through the ground. It's a pretty hard journey to bust through dry, caked up, rocky ground sometimes. And then it has to branch out, like these runners will do. Then it begins to blossom, and then the fruit comes. For each of those members of the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, and the others, it's going to be different to develop them for each person. Just leave it to God. Pray about it, study about it, meditate on it. He will help you develop. There will come a time that it is not as hard, it may even come easy, and this is just things I've seen in my own life. It's like forgiveness and love. Even those that hurt us, that's what Jesus tells us to do, love your enemies. The first time I ever prayed for someone that had done me wrong, it was like the easiest thing I'd ever done. Thinking about it ahead of time, like, no way. Can't pray for somebody that did this and that, and I'd rather do this and that. No. When you actually get down to it, God takes over. Sometimes it's really easy. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you have to go through it over and over and over before it becomes easier. But God will walk you through every step of it. Anywho, don't be discouraged because the fruit is not fully developed. It takes time. It takes nutrients. It takes fertilizer. And this right here is where that comes from, and through prayer. Thank you for watching. Hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you join us again on another one of these garden devotionals. Thank you guys. Have a good one. God bless. Enjoy your garden. My Savior